Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back.
Traptendo.
What is going on, guys? DJ F here, smash that like button, and today we have something very interesting in front of us, which is Sample Magic's Boost, and it is a mixing plugin. There haven't been really a lot of plugins that have been interesting to me, but this caught my eye because obviously I like it. And the link will be in the description box. It costs $63.18 in USD. This is the website link that will be in the description box, so check it out if you like this review. Off top, I would like to say that the CPU is pretty decent. I know right now it says 15, 14, 16, but overall this plugin only takes a bit, like 7% by itself. So that's pretty darn good from that standpoint. And, you know, I like it. So anyways, the track that I will be playing in this demo will be this right here for this. And this drum kit is coming out soon. Very soon, and let's do this. Let's go. All right, so let's talk about this UI right here. This UI is pretty simple and sweet. As you can see, you have your input and your output, and they're both even. They're at 12 o'clock, so obviously they're gonna bump at the same, and they change as you do different things, of course. One of the things I want to talk about is the fact that you can turn it off there, turn it on there. That's how you bypass and stuff like that. So yeah, be leery of that. And you can boost and you can brick wall. So you have those two options. And you also can compress. And you have color, stereo, and limiter. Stereo width. I want to say stereo separation because you don't really you don't lose from what I observed. Even though all this stuff is mono and lo-fi, so that means that they're basically 100% mono. You don't lose like any of your mid presence there, from what I observed. Also, you can bypass these 4 different options that you have. And now let's just go ahead and get to the demonstration. So compression in brick wall mode seems pretty cool. You know, if I was to be more subtle with this instead of being aggressive with the way I would boost. You'll notice if you have like an audio interface or whatnot that the kicks are peaking. I could roll some of that off in the brick wall mode, so that's pretty cool for that compression. And you know, obviously I can bypass it to see if I really like it or not. You lose a little bit of the edge, but it's cool that the compressor is that effective. And let's check out color next. Again, I was doing that to be a bit extreme, so I'm really testing it out. For those who didn't really notice the difference or don't have headphones on or studio monitors, what happened was a lot of that big bass that I had was kind of slid off into the lower mid-range to kind of balance out the track itself, so kind of evening out the transients and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I like that it has that option. I don't know necessarily if I really would want that for the vibe of this track, but it is really good that you have this option there. Let's check out stereo. Again, you really can't tell what's going on with stereo. Again, this is a lo-fi drum pack. everything that I'm using, including the sample that I'm using in this track itself, is in lo-fi. So what I mean by lo-fi is the lower sample rate, and it's not forced mono like in how FL Studio forces mono or whatnot. It is real mono waveforms. So you're not gonna really hear any stereo separate or stereo width or adding or spreading versus anything else. So I would actually have to use something that would have more or less, that's not mono and has like more presence to it. Though I moved on to the limiter and I was using the limiter right there in a more aggro sense, you can hear that it immediately, since it's being brick walled, so it's being slammed against a certain medium that it cannot pass. You can hear the ducking in the track. That's not very attractive for this particular track. And again, I'm using this in the master bus, just in case I did not address that. I do apologize, but there is an immediate ducking in there that maybe EDM cats might like or whatnot. So you can use this on separate instruments as well. It's just not limited to just using this on your master bus or whatnot. But obviously the overall summary of it, what I like about it, is that it works and it is very present in your mix. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Again, you can choose the brick wall boost, so you can surpass whatever limitations you want. You don't have to have it slapping against like a certain medium that you have set for it, in terms of just like maybe you might have it at 0 or you wanted to hit at 0 or whatnot, so it doesn't become too loud. You can just keep it on boost, and you got them on at the same time too. But obviously you would just want to use boost or brick wall. So there is some differences between the boost and the brick walling. Personally, I think that the boost has its uses in other aspects other than the master. But if you're one of those guys that like want to boost stuff and kind of work without any limitations in terms of like your mix being really big and not choosing to squeeze certain spikes, you can use that for boosting. And it's obviously can be used on different things. Now, I want to address one thing here, and I do apologize for the over talking, but it is very important I do, as well as the lag on the camera. This plugin has one general huge problem here, and it becomes itself once you try to use the presets. Now, before I even get into that, you have a large category of presets that you can go into. As you can see, each category has subcategories. You can go from light if you want a light mix, medium for a medium mix, heavy, extreme, etc., etc., to even different instruments settings that you might want to put on different instruments as well. This does have use for that. But the initial issue that I have with this, and I'm running an i7, I want to say a 4710 HQ processor, and I'm running Windows 10 64-bit, and this thing will crash if you use certain presets. So Sample Magic, if you're out there, please look at that when you do a revised version, because I know y'all just released this. So I mean, it's not the end of the world that I'm getting on y'all about this. I just want to make sure that everybody knows that, so that way that y'all don't catch a lot of backlash on the other end, and I'm more forgiving than your average consumer can be. Man, yeah, we got a big spike here. There we go. And I'm gonna show where it happens. You'll see it right here in the GUI. The GUI is self will freeze, and the plugin will lose its attributes and how it's affecting the audio that's coming about. See, it just happened there. As you can see, if you go right here, you see the boost. It said that boost said crash there, and yeah, it kind of sucks that happens, because I've heard some of the presets and whatnot, and a lot of the presets are really good. And you know, I'm local recording, I understand that, but it's happened a few times before I even got to local recording. I didn't even notice it, but yeah. That's kind of the iffy thing about this. I understand that, you know, sometimes that happens with plugins. And as you can see right there, it's about to eat it up there. Yeah, it's eating it up. Yeah. So, yeah, it has that issue there when I'm testing it out. And that's crazy. So, you know, that's the 64-bit version. I don't know if it might happen in the 32-bit version. Let's go ahead and check it out. And we're going to check out 32-bit FL Studio. And we're going to pull that track up. The track name is Suck It, by the way. Anyways, so I'm going to go and I'm going to mute Fruity Limiter real quick. As you can see, I made sure that I made a track that didn't have a lot of plugins in it. I just used this sample and was just making sure everything was good from there. So we're going to check out some other things here, and then I'll set y'all guys free. All right, so let's test this out and see if this is just like a 64-bit Windows plugin issue. I'm going to run that track back. So far, it looks like it might be an issue with the 64-bit version of that. So that seems cool. Well, I guess not. So as you can see, it says boost crash while processing disabled. So, oh yeah, another thing, I'm running FL Studio 12.4, so it could be FL Studio 12.4 that's having this issue in. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. No comment there. But yeah, so that kind of sucks, but overall, I really like this plugin. You know, again, a revised version could come within a day or two. Just my views on this, but overall, I really do like this plugin. I think it's very useful. The transients, the way it shapes transients is really good. I didn't get to check out the other stuff because obviously the crashing is a bit much, and you know, that's just one of the tests I wanted to show out. But that's basically my review on this. It's still worth the money because again, you know, the Sample Magic can revise this and make this really efficient. So anyways, I'm DJ Av here. Thank you for checking in, guys. I just wanted to point that out because I want this plugin to work really good. I really like Sample Magic. I think their stuff really is appropriate, and a lot of stuff is really good in terms of their sampling stuff as well. So anyways, DJ Av, y'all have a good day. You already know what time it is. Nintendo.